If you thought America had a monopoly on superheroes, think again. I'm Ashley with WatchMojo, and these are the top 10 Japanese superhero franchises.
勝利の法則は決まった。
For this list, we're looking at the superhero franchises from Japan that impress us all the most, be they animated or live action. Ready? List. Number 10, Garo. A relative newcomer to the live-action TV superhero game, this franchise from creator Keita Amemiya follows Koga, one of several magical warriors tasked with fighting terrifying and predatory monsters known as horrors. This franchise is an excellent place to start for those looking for something a little more dark and moody, one that eschews the comedy relief and lightheartedness found in some other franchises on our list. It also helps that it doesn't have dozens of entries, which makes it a tad less daunting to know where to start. If you're looking for something with brooding heroes, epic sword fights, and top-notch creature suits, look no further. Number 9, Gatchaman. Eagle-eyed viewers may recognize the heroes of this veteran franchise from its North American adaptation, Battle of the Planets. But before they came stateside, this team had taken Japanese airwaves by storm. A group of bird-themed ninja superheroes, the group is dedicated to overthrowing Galactor, a villainous organization bent on harvesting the world's resources. The original 105-episode anime series was followed up by a feature film and 2 subsequent series, so there's plenty to sink your teeth into when it comes to this franchise. And that's not even getting into the subsequent adaptations and live-action movie. Few anime heroes have more history behind them than this team. Number 8, Metal Heroes. This sadly departed franchise stars a variety of heroes, from policemen to ninjas to scientists, all united by their shiny metallic costumes. Beginning in 1982 with Space Sheriff Gavan, the franchise continued well into the late 90s until its final entry, Iron Bark Detective Robotech. While the franchise isn't well known outside of Japan, some entries received American adaptations in the style of Power Rangers. If you watched Big Bad Beetleborgs as a kid, odds are something will look familiar about the heroes of B-Fighter. The franchise being on the ice also hasn't stopped some characters from occasionally returning, like when Space Sheriff Gavan met the heroes of Gokaider. Number 7, Astroboy. One of, if not the most recognizable anime character to ever grace the screen, the boy robot known in Japan as Mighty Atom is one of the poster children for an entire genre.
You're a hero as you go, 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 Astroboy!
First appearing way back in a 1952 manga by respected artist Osamu Tezuka, the character soon became the star of a hit animated series that influenced the look of Japanese animation for decades to come. Following the adventures of a lovable and oddly shirtless robotic boy, the franchise has since taken the form of new series, movies, games, and every kind of merchandise you can imagine, making its pointy-haired hero an icon of post-war Japanese culture. Number 6, One Punch Man. What's the best way to take the concept of superheroes and completely flip it on its head You lead your show with a hero so powerful he can defeat any enemy with a single punch.
Yeah, what can be expected from a hero?
Originally a web manga by author One Punch Man tells the tale of the bald-headed Saitama, who seeks to find an opponent worthy of his overpowered abilities. While the concept of a superhero who can defeat any opponent may sound like it would get old fast, One Punch Man breaks this misconception with a wonderful supporting cast who are just as entertaining as Saitama himself.
You disgust me. Get lost.
What's with the attitude from this lost child?
That is Tornado.
Number 5. Sailor Moon. As beloved in North America as it is in Japan, this franchise began as a manga by Naoko Takeuchi, before becoming a bona fide anime sensation when it hit screens in the early 90s.
No way! What's going on? I don't believe it, I transformed!
The franchise follows the heroic sailor soldiers, or sailor scouts, a group of planetary warriors led by the titular hero, who must balance their everyday lives with fighting the forces of evil.
Fire!
This is perhaps the most recognizable iteration of the magical girl, or maho shoujo genre, which focuses on young girls and women able to transform into elegant and powerful superheroes. Don't let the cute little sailor uniforms fool you, these ladies are tough as nails.
What's that?
Number 4. My Hero Academia. In a world where superpowers are the norm, the unlucky Midoriya is one of the few who does not possess such a quirk. Despite this, his dreams of becoming a hero and attending the legendary school UA High remains unshaken, although unlikely.
Young man, you too can become a hero.
But a fate encounter with All Might, the greatest hero of his generation, changes things entirely, and the young boy soon finds himself on the path to superhero greatness. It's a series of high-intensity battles, diverse characters, and a whole lot of heart.
United States of
Number 3. Ultraman. A creation of Japanese special effects maestro Eiji Tsuburaya, this titanic hero actually began as a spin-off of an earlier series entitled Ultra Q. While that series was certainly a hit, the addition of a giant monster fighting alien hero turned it into a media sensation, and a franchise that continues to this day. Each entry in the franchise focuses on one or more humans who become the human hosts of a warrior from the far-off nebula M78, who arrives on Earth to defend it from alien threats. With over 30 entries, no other superhero series can beat this one for longevity. And its supply of monsters and city-destroying mayhem seems inexhaustible. Number 2. Super Sentai. When evil rears its ugly head, these color-coded fighters will always be on hand to protect the innocent. Following the smash success of Himitsu Sentai Go Ranger, a franchise was launched that eventually came to be known as Super Sentai. While they may look similar, each entry builds an entirely new mythology for itself, debuting a cast of heroes with an entirely unique backstory. Of course, they do always end up piloting a giant robot of some sort, be they samurai, pirates, ninjas, wizards, or even humanoid animals. And if all this looks a tad familiar, that's because this is the franchise that served as the basis for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Before we reveal our number one pick, here's some honorable mentions. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Kamen Rider. This decade-spanning franchise began with the story of Takeshi Hongo, a young man transformed into a superhuman warrior by the evil Shocker organization. But before they were able to brainwash him into a loyal Shocker soldier, Takeshi escaped and became their greatest enemy, a masked hero dedicated to justice. Thus began the Japanese superhero franchise to end them all, a multimedia powerhouse of shows, movies, and merchandise. Whether it's the light-hearted fun of Kamen Rider Forze, the video game-inspired Kamen Rider X-Aid, or the dark and adult-oriented Kamen Rider Amazons, no subsequent iteration has failed to honor that first show's legacy of hot-blooded justice, motorcycles, and high-flying rider kicks. So which of these Japanese superhero franchises do you like the most? Let us know in the comments below, maybe check out this other video, and subscribe to WatchMojo.